loves, it's Elle. Welcome back to another video, and as you can see on the title, this is going to be like a 2020 glow up transformation video that I never would have thought that I will ever do in my life. I'm just going to put on some makeup, like from this to this and to this to this, before and after. So basically, I'm just going to share some personal stuff with you guys, like inspirational, and I'm going to give advice. Self-love 2020, here we go. I'm just going to answer some questions from my curious cat. Like, there's just one question, by the way. I want it to be a topic for that. Maybe that's going to be the topic of this video, like circulating through that inspirational self-love 2019, 2020 pala. Here we go. If you're watching this, please keep on watching. Ano daw? Okay, so hey guys, I'm going to start with the makeup first. And as you can see, I have bare skin right now going on. This is the real face of me. And it doesn't bother me that much because I love it, and you know, I have accepted it for a long time now. And I have really uneven brows, as you can see, and so thin. Like sobrang daming excess here. Kailangan ko pa siyang ipa-thread. And I have redness on my face all over. I don't have like that clear skin y'all are talking about. I don't have that. It's just a learning process to really love your skin. Just accept it and embody the face that you have. So let's just start. And so I'm just going to put the rest on the time lapse so you won't get bored. Watch and see how my transformation looks like. The focal point of this video is to talk about self-love, inspirational stuff, and motivating each and every one of us. First things first, I grew up like not knowing or being exposed to makeup and stuff, and it's like an unexpected thing for me to do because my mom really does not do well that much on makeup, so I'm not really exposed to that environment. And I think it's fine, like growing up without it, because I got to self-independently discover it. And I think it's just a big thing for women. It's not really a requirement. Women can or cannot like put on makeup, and that's fine because it's everybody's choice. Also, men can put on makeup and that will look so good, and also men cannot because it isn't like a requirement for somebody. It does not give you validation, but if it does, then fine for you, diba? As I was saying, growing up, I wasn't really fond of it, but as I was discovering it, I realized how much therapeutic it seems for me, because seeing you from this to this, it's like a transformation. It really oozes out the confidence out of you that you didn't know existed. Do you know what I mean? Like parang before you put on some makeup, when you look at yourself in the mirror, although I am accepting my flaws, I know my flaws, I acknowledge that. The difference kasi when you see yourself in the mirror, na bare face and all. Also, it's fine for me. For some people kasi, nakakababa talaga siya ng confidence. Knowing that there are people na effortlessly beautiful. You know what I mean? And people will always tell me na you look good without the makeup. Although I know that, my boyfriend always tells me that, and I think it's fine for me not to put on. It's fine for me to put on makeup also. A staple also thing for me not to put on makeup, and it's really like a big thing, like a huge step. Maybe for somebody it's not, but for me it is. I'm just thankful. Yun lang. Somebody asked me on Curious Cat about how do you manage to love yourself at the same time having someone who will offer like your whole soul to you. Basta parang ganun yung question, it's non-verbatim. Siguro yung mini-mean niya is how do you manage to love yourself while in the process of loving somebody as much as you love yourself. Parang ganun. Because I have been in a relationship for almost 2 years. The fact that you can manage to love and accept yourself wholeheartedly in the process of also loving that person so much as you love yourself or even more is like just a heavenly thing for me. Do you guys get what I mean? Because it's really hard to find someone who will fit perfectly your standards even though you haven't, fit perfectly the worth that you have, who will also acknowledge the fact that you're not even to be taken for granted. Your priorities are set to be straight. He knows his place in my heart and his place on his own. I think it's the fact that you guys should first know that person's, like, super duper know him that well to be able to, you know, manage that self-love and this love for him, for that person, and really balance it well. But always remember not to put him above you. Like, dapat ikaw pa rin sa taas. Ikaw pa rin, self-love above all. That's it, okay? That's it. It's really a hard thing kasi in this world, in this century, I can speak it from my experience. It's really hard to find somebody who will really genuinely accept you for who you are, not just because they want something from you. They want just this benefit of yours and just take it, and then after he's done, bye. We don't want that shit in 2020. Guys, keep up na! 2020 na, ano na? And I think it's the fact that you also have to acknowledge that it's not like a race. It's not a requirement for everybody. May tao nga na mini-marry yung ako, kunwari ako, I will marry myself. I wrote a paper about that from senior high school, and I think the lesson that we have to take from that is you don't have to be with someone just to be happy. You know, you just have to, you know, love yourself that much that you have to marry yourself. Yung parang ganun. I mean, it's really dumb to think about it, but imagining you having yourself, that love for yourself, it's like really strong. And I think people should learn about that. If it's not for you, then it's not for you, diba? If it didn't work, then it didn't work, diba? Again, your choice. It's your personality, your body, your choice. Makes your choice. So next question, ang naaalala ko dun is, how do you love your course? Ano yun? How do you... Kasi guys, hindi ko siya mababasa kasi nga yung phone ko ginagamit ko dito, okay? So inaalala ko siya. So how do you love your course when it's not even for you? Parang ganun, something like that. So how do you love your course when it's not even for you? First of all, you gotta weigh your priorities and what you really want, because your parents' choice plus your choice is like this. Dapat ito muna, your choice muna before your parents' choice. Because make them realize that, if it's law or med, hindi sila mag-aaral ng law or med, hindi sila yung magsasuffer, hindi sila yung mag-fail, hindi magsasuffer yung emotional baggage nila in exchange for somebody else's. You know, it's really hard to accept that, and I think we need to learn from it. And if you're in that stage already, na tinitake mo na yung course na yun, I think it's very hard to accept that. Lalo na kapag you fail at times na hindi mo naman talaga gusto tong course na to, so why am I really pushing that or pursuing this? And why am I still continuing this? It feels like you have no reason to live or no will to live or reason to continue. And I think it's absolutely dreadful for that person. Pero ako kasi I learned to love psychology in the way that I learned it, I studied it. And maybe if you will give that a chance, you know, to really devour yourself in it and like pour your soul on it, siguro mas makikilala mo siya in a way, in such a way that you will love it also. But then if it doesn't work talaga, I think you're about to shift. But kidding aside, you know, college is like a gamble. Like first year ko pa lang, it's been really a roller coaster ride for me. And the people you get to know with while the lesson is there, the knowledge is present, your professors are such an inspiration. There will also be professors that are not, and people who, you know, your classmates will be the most amazing persons you will ever meet, but some are not. So like it's really weighing the balance. To answer your question, I think it's the fact that you have to really know the background of your course well before making a big decision first. I'm not really good at answering questions right now. I'm just going to tell you a story of how I improved my confidence, because back when I was in junior high, I was really like a dumbass. Like, I was really so shy. Guys, imagine, I was having this black hair kasi bawal nga magpakulay, ganun. Tapos, kailangan nakatali ako always. Tapos, I had that one time na sobrang short ng hair ko kasi impulsively ko siyang pinagupit. And then, I realized na ang pangit pala niya sa akin. So, parang nagsisi ako. So, I have to grow it out even more. Na ang tagal-tagal, I look like a potato. Like, potato is me. Like, just imagine that. It's not really like my biggest self. Like, it wasn't the biggest or the best version of myself when I was in high school. And it's really indeed a struggle for me to, you know, find that comfort zone, to find that safety zone where I'm really comfortable, genuinely comfortable with who I am and what I will be in the future. To accept that the fact that I have been there, it's really a hard thing. But growing up and going through that progress, which is not like tomorrow you're already nice, you're already fine. It's not like a one-day process at all. Para sa yung construction zone sa may Bustillos, it takes years for people to fix that. And I think it's the fact that ganun din sa akin eh. It took me years. And it's still, you know, ongoing. It's a process of me getting to know myself. I'm really confident with who I am now and the people I surrounded myself with. That's a big factor. The people you have to surround yourself with has to be positive, has to be well-minded of your personality talaga, has to be accepting. It only takes one person to negate your positivity. It will just stumble from the crumble and to the lowest point of yourself. Babagsak ka talaga. It's the little things that matter talaga, and you just have to focus on that. And little by little, you will progress and you won't even know na, wow, nandun na pala ako. Ang layo na pala ng narating ko. Emotionally, it's good. And physically, you know, it's also a progress. It's also like a development. First of all, you just have to know yourself more. Acknowledge yourself. Embrace your flaws. I think it's very hard to do, it's very easy to say, but yeah, once you're there, it's like an ongoing, continuous process. And I'm just hoping that someday you will have it. If you don't have it right now, I'm hoping that someday you will have it. Yeah, cheers to that. You guys are the utmost, the epitome of my happiness right now. Thank you so much, loves, for watching this video. And genuinely speaking, I love these kinds of videos talaga, as in super duper love ko talaga magsalita in front of the camera and, you know, talk to you guys, inspire some people, and even people who don't even understand, basta you guys are watching. I have reached the point in my YouTube career na I never thought I would have reached. In the past 8 months of having you guys and the continuous videos, continuous support, it's really unimaginable. I feel like I'm in heaven right now. Like the success of the Shopee haul, if you guys have seen that, thank you for viewing it. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for trusting me. And you know, it's really a big appreciation for me, because it takes a lot to click that button, subscribe, and it's just like an easy thing to do. If you're ever watching this, thank you so much, loves, for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did, because I really did enjoy. See you in my next vlog, and this has been me, so bye!